Gov. Larry Hogan announced Tuesday he will spend $461 million trying to ease congestion on the northern rim of the Baltimore Beltway. The plan would convert 19 miles of the fast lane shoulders in both directions on I-695 into new travel lanes between I-70 and Parkville, a move state officials said would cut about 15 minutes off rush hour delays that can stretch an hour or more. Hogan's plan would also nearly double the length of the northbound express tollways on I-95 from White Marsh to Bel Air to speed traffic along, and rebuild the interchange at I-70 and I-695 to mitigate a daily bottleneck there. Commuters would also see stoplights at on-ramps to help manage traffic flow. 5 bridges would be rebuilt, and 4 new sound walls would be installed. Maryland Gov. Larry Hogan on Thursday proposed a $9 billion plan to add express toll lanes to the routes of 3 of Maryland's most congested highways: the Interstate 495 Capitol Beltway, the I-270 spur connecting Frederick to D.C., and the Baltimore-Washington Parkway between the two cities. Maryland Gov. Larry Hogan on Thursday proposed a $9 billion plan to add express toll lanes to the routes of 3 of Maryland's most congested highways: the Interstate 495 Capitol Beltway, the I-270 spur connecting Frederick to D.C., and the Baltimore-Washington Parkway between the two cities. Construction would begin no earlier than late summer 2018, state officials said. Hogan, who announced the plan at State Highway Administration headquarters in Hanover, described it as part of an ongoing effort to improve road infrastructure in the state. He said the Baltimore plan will benefit the daily lives of millions of drivers throughout the Baltimore region. Some commuters celebrated the announcement as long overdue. "Yay, this is awesome," said Rajana Kuparavrala, spokeswoman of AAA Mid-Atlantic. She said her organization supports these road investments as good news to motorists, and she supports them as a beleaguered commuter who sits in that congestion from her Bel Air home to her Towson office. "The congestion is horrible in that area, it really is," she said. "Every time I take those expressways, I wish they extended further." But some transportation advocates questioned whether widening the Beltway would solve congestion long-term or invite more motorists to start using the roadway. "We're questioning the wisdom," said Brian O'Malley, president and CEO of the Central Maryland Transportation Alliance. O'Malley emphasized that his group is agnostic about which mode of transportation is best, but added there's little evidence across the country that additional traffic lanes reduce gridlock for long. "No one has been able to build their way out of their congestion," he said. The Baltimore plan adds to the Republican governor's ambitions proposals to widen the state's highways to cut down on traffic. Earlier this year, Hogan announced a $9 billion idea to install express toll lanes on the Capitol Beltway through the Washington suburbs and to widen the Baltimore-Washington Parkway after taking ownership of it from the federal government. Reaction to the governor's broader strategy has been mixed, with some motorists cheering the prospect of quick-moving highways and transit advocates frustrated with huge investments in roads at the expense of other transportation options.